for Lunox.
Let's go, brother.
It's so perfect. I think Verso Time has got
Verso
this.
Time
They're
versus
drafting in a way that
E7.
it's so advanced that it can actually be compared to the top teams that we have here in the Philippines. And E7, although they have, I would say that they have made some mistakes here, the fact that you identify that as Verso Time and just focus on what could work, it's looking really good. And now, they're leading in the mid lane as well.
Oh, already Rise Crimp popping on the
Rise
final lines. I'm
Crimp.
not sure if that's going to be a kill. Again, this Gunning Contra quite tanky, especially with the passive. But yeah, so it's kind of what we always see. You know, every single game kind of starts with that, like limit testing that mid lane.
Yeah.
And even Alpha here, wow, dealing with the Yuzhong. And this is what we were saying, that Yuzhong, the pressure, he burned the Petrify. So definitely was able to go ahead and get a bit of the upper hand against Alpha, but nonetheless, at least no one going down just yet from E7.
Also, the Flicker was still available. The Flying Clouds will allow him to get back into the lane. Will only miss one minion up top, so E7, it's not that disastrous. I do feel that the fact that they have burned the Revitalize very early in this game is sometimes good, you know. Actually, if you burn the Revitalize in the actual first or second wave of the minion wave in the mid lane, that means that you will still have it come the turtle fight. So it's not that problematic, especially if you're baiting out some spells. Unfortunately, though, for Rice Cream, not only does he have to get back now, but also he did not force any of the battle spells from Verso Time.
Oh, they're making a hard play up here up top.
Alponia.
Castle will go down. It's going to be a trade, though, for the XP layers. Aizen with Nanos going for the 2v2. Rise Crim just about to join. Verso Time's going to have to back off. A Revitalize is going to be popped. The Unbreakable won't reach Verso Boro. So no taunt happening there, but look at Kojic. He's going to wait patiently. Is he going to go for Aizen? The burst damage coming out from the bolts. He is going to get stopped, though, in his tracks, and now he could be trouble. Pops the Brilliance to try to escape. Has to flicker. Relying on the rest of the team to come through. Flying Cloud's going to bring Boro back to the fight. And now Alpha trying to clean up what he can, but he falls anyway. So again, the fight for this turtle still going forward. Verso March now joining this fight. And E7 is pushed off this turtle for now. Rise Crim won't be able to do anything. He's going to be able to get out. Oh, and the Tsunami Slam bringing Rise Crim back. And that's a turtle plus kills for Verso Time.
Great sequence of events for Verso Time. They've paid it out. The commitment coming out from Alpha by Kojic, actually committing the Flicker and the ultimate just to get out and also force the rotations coming out from Aizen as well as Alpha. Eventually, when they took out Lapu Lapu, Castle did not fully commit his whole combo onto just the Lapu Lapu. He actually transferred to more targets. Couldn't find any, but the information was more than enough. And then the timing from March to be there. As soon as they got the turtle, they got level 4 as well on Moro, which probably E7 did not expect. That's why Rice Cream was taken out. Didn't realize that the Kalea will have the ultimate soon because of how they got the turtle. I mean, Verso Time got the turtle. The Flicker play, the Tsunami Slam, they got the bonus kill.
Now, Boro getting punished. Good catch here for E7 to make a play. So good for them. Again, they don't want this Kalea to continue to just kind of have this free reign on picking out who they want to Tsunami Slam and make a play. So E7's got to be able to get back in this game. They're well off their way to do it. They've nearly equalized the gold. So in a good position for this next turtle to come up here. Once again, I think a big part of this is, can they make this Kogura work? You know, one of the downsides about the Kogura in comparison to a Lunox, for example, is you've really got to be sure you land that Yin Yang Overturn, that, you know, that little bit of burst damage that she comes with, and also the kit that Kogura comes with. It can work, but in comparison to that Lunox, where you kind of have this like this focused in targeting and burn down that you can, especially when you scale up, is so much easier, I feel like, for that Lunox. Next turtle up. Boro trying to get out of here once again. Doesn't want to get caught. The jump in, though, Castle is actually able to survive with the Black Dragon form. Now looking for more. Xeno joining the fight. There's Tsunami Slam towards the turret. Turret's going to help them out in this fight. Falls. 2 down for E7. Verso March makes his way up. Aizen's going to be the next to fall. That's 3 down. Double kill for Xeno. And now they'll go ahead and start up this turtle, ready to take it. Speedy, way too late. Just too late to this. He's actually going to go put pressure in the mid lane as another body falls for E7. So just trying to get something, but now Speedy could be in trouble. Pops to Purify. There's the fall, the star fall. And there it is. Again, Verso time taking just everything they want. Turtle, top turret, now in the mid lane, going to be the focus. The timing is off here by E7 as they try to scrape up together and keep things from getting too out of hand.
Aizen.
So at this point, we go ahead and push in these turrets.
Surviving as well from the jump coming out from Nanos, dude. This Yuzhong from Castle has avoided death so much, and they turned it around so well. They're getting so many bonus kills, I think, from E7, because I feel like E7 are just too anxious for getting kills, you know. Unfortunately, it does not work in their favor.
Yeah, again, it's they're losing grounds, man. That's one of the big things, you know. These couple of turrets are paying dividends here already for the space. So it looks like Verso wants to make another play. Revital is going to be caught. Xeno comes in from the backside. He's going for Speedy. Mount Shocker going to help him out, and now looking for Nanos. But here he is again. Is he going to Tsunami Slam? He does. He brings him back to the team. Aizen going to be in trouble. The 3v3. Meanwhile, there's a fight in the mid lane happening too. Aizen with a sliver of health. He doesn't escape Kojic, and now it's going to be Rise Crim next. They don't have enough burst to take down Rise Crim, but man, again, Verso time, a decisive team fight win. And they'll continue to put pressure here now in that tier 1 in the mid.
Kojic is 1-0-6. The impact of this Lunox is so good for Verso time. This is supplementing the damage. All the while, Xeno is just chilling. He's just collecting assists and last hits. That's how good the life of the is. And credits to the entirety of Verso time. The communication between them, and their team fighting, and their chemistry is just off the charts. E7 could not match up, because if you look at how E7 are comboing their spells, their abilities, it's not looking good. They're not closing off on kills. Whereas for Verso time, not only are they getting away from the team fight, but they're also closing in on the kills.
Turtle terakhir
fighting for this turtle now. They already used that conceal, so they're just trying to get the space. Tsunami Slam to bring back Rise Crim. He is gone in an instant. Zaman Force dropped down, but the Black Dragon form is going to go ahead and zone out the rest of E7. Objective not taken just yet. They're going to go clear out that mid. They wait for this Lord to come up in a couple seconds, so they'll just delay it out. Potentially getting the tier 1 turret. Look how stacked this Esmeralda is right now. Verso March, not a care in the world, dealing with these members of E7. They'll make their way for this Lord. It's going to be a free one for Verso time.
Yeah. And already Verso as well as March, they're making additional plays right now. They're not getting anything out of them because that's the good catcher anyways. I mean, they know the Lunox goes for the combo to get out of harm's way. And this is a good disengage for Verso time after the fact that they have taken the Lord, which will then lead to them get 6,000 kills. 6,000 gold as their lead right now. And the Flying Clouds as well, helping the Lunox to get back. Now Verso time are ready to fight once again.
So I'm saying, man, that the Flying Clouds is... it can work against you, it can work for you. You know, if you're a team that's down, then yeah, you can get to the defense a little bit faster, obviously, but again, with E7, they're just not really much of a fighting chance here against Verso time right now, especially with this lineup hitting that power spike. Castle jumps in, putting the pressure onto the tier 2. It's going to go ahead and fall. An AOG, a big one, though, from Rise Crim. Finally, Speedy getting a kill. So E7 might have just found a little bit of breathing room. They still have work to do. The Lord's still marching down that bottom side. Verso time playing with this big advantage, about 8,000 gold now. They'll still go ahead and take what they want from the jungle here. Nanos going to try to keep that shield up, trying to maintain that Lord. Boro actually goes down, but Alpha's going to be the trade. So right now, E7 fighting for these turrets. Lord finally taken care of. Some damage to that base turret in the bottom. But E7 actually holds on to a couple tier 2s for now, until that wave pushes in up top. But still, despite the lead that Verso time had, E7 holds on.
Yeah. After a very long time, that was the only positive trade that we've seen for E7. Items now available for Verso time. It's
Verso
Radiant
March,
Armor
yeah.
for March. And look at him, just man up against E7. All the while, Xeno was just hitting on the turret. This is how you know that the lineup is already very good in their favor. Now, fleeting time is also available for Boro, so that's also important to take note because there will be extended team fights between Versatime and E7, especially because they have a lot of sustain on E7. Despite them, being down right now, there's still a respectable amount of regeneration from them and sustain. So that will mean that this fleeting time from Boro will be instrumental in the latter portions of the game, as it would mean that they will be able to consistently knock up and grab and snag members of E7. As long as, of course, they get a kill.
Yeah, I think it's that scaling that they need here, man. I mean, they were so delayed just with the course of this game in terms of Nanos and Speedy being up to where they needed to be in terms of having that damage. So they're at damage control at this point. Maintain what they can, try to keep these base turrets as healthy as possible. Shield still stands in the mid lane, but the Lord is up, and it's just most likely going to go to Verso time again. I'd be really surprised if E7 tries to fight this. They're going to be way too late for it. So you can see them just clearing out the lanes, trying to wait. Conceal's going to be used. This could be a play with that Kalea. There's a flicker tsunami slam to start the fight. They're going to force it anyway. Alpha jumps in with his own flicker. Earthshaker, they're going to be fine. Jump in from the AOG from Rise Crim. He pops a Revitalize. He could be in trouble here. He's quite slow, but they're still going to be going. He finally Unbreakables over the wall. He's going to be fine. Still alive, but a whole lot thrown, man. All the battle spells and ultimates thrown out. All this before that push in the mid. Good burst damage from Nanos, though, and now Aizen going to be in trouble. He's the target as he falls. The trades are happening right under the turret. Boro could be in trouble. Again, a stun from Alpha. He picks up a kill. That Dragon Form from Castle. Castle looking to clean up. They still have Kojic there firing off from the back. The Lord entering the base. They want to go push it in, possibly. Rise Crim trying to hold on, but Verso March is unkillable. Alpha doesn't have that ultimate that he needs. He might be able to go ahead and delay this a little bit further. Lord's going to be worked on. It does clear out. The mid turret falls, and now Alpha jumps in, but E7 stays in the game.
Yeah, great synergy coming out from Aizen as well as Rise Crim to eventually punish Xeno. And then finally we see the strength of this Kagura going in for the Yin Yang to eventually take out Xeno with the Flame Shot as the last hit. Well, it wasn't literally the last hit, but it was the last nudge that they needed for them to be able to take out the Yi Sen Chin. And without the Yi Sen Chin, there wasn't any way for Versatime to end the fight.
Look how tanky Verso March is. Here comes the Black Dragon Form. Once again from Castle, looking to set things up. Doesn't quite have the Petrify available, though. So just there to kind of disperse that fight. E7 holding on to the top turret with just a sliver of health. We're still a minute away from this Lord to come up, so E7's got some time. Go ahead and get farmed up here. Again, a force fight, Tsunami Slam. He is deleted. Alpha's gone, but the Zaman Force dropped down. They're going to be firing back at Verso time. But Rise Crim is gone. Kojic low. Boro still up. Still fighting on the top base turret. Aizen is to follow. Again, the title strike comes through, and they're 4 down. Verso time looking for game 1 victory. There's nothing Speedy can do against these 4. They'll go ahead and clean up. Focus on the base. Let Speedy take 1, but game 1 goes to Verso time.
I totally understand why.
Oke lah bro, kita lanjut aja buat game yang kedua guys.